welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time joining me, I'm Tamara Canham, and as usual, thank you for clicking on that big video. So today I was feeling kind of blue. Wow, I've seen a lot of these blue looks everywhere, and I thought I just have to try it. Please excuse the noise. The rest of the tutorial is going to be muted, so I might add some music to the background or a voiceover. Yeah, I think I'll do a voiceover instead. So I really love how this look came out. It worked out together. I thought it was going to be a disaster because at first I used the wrong shade of foundation, because I have two Elegant foundations. The one is light and the one is dark, and I used, well, it's darker than the other, and I used the wrong one. But in the end, it turned out perfectly fine, and I really like it anyway. Let's get on with the video. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so guys, I'm just going in with some concealer on my lid to prepare for all the eyeshadows. It's always a good thing to put on a base before you do eyeshadows. That's just going to help it pop. I already did the top of my brow, and I just set it with some powder. So I'm going in with this palette from Makeup Revolution that I was sent, well, I won from Shantae Poppy, and I finally got to play with it. She's a YouTuber. You guys should really go and see her channel. She does some really good nice makeup looks. A nice girl. Okay, so I'm just packing the product on. I like to pack the eyeshadow on just so that I can get more pigment from it, instead of going in and just starting, you know, doing windshield motions. I prefer to pack it on, and then when I'm satisfied with the pigment, then that is when I will go in and I will blend. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using a clean brush now, and I'm just blending out the edges on the eyeshadow. I'm just like scratching against it. I now look like I'm being rough, but I promise you I'm not. Because that is key. When you want to have a perfect blend, you just have to be gentle. Gentle. All right, so we're just going to blend until we get the blend that we want. I really like this palette, you guys. You know, Makeup Revolution is really doing the most for us, and it's so affordable. I'm actually going in with a cleaner brush now because the other one got a lot of products in it from all the blending, and I felt like it needed more blending. So now I'm going in with a darker shade from the palette just to intensify the look even more. I'm going to focus that in my crease and in the outer corners of my eye. And again, you guys, I'm going to pat the product in and then blend it into my crease. Okay, and the reason why I'm blending it in my crease and not patting it is because I don't want it to be as intense as the outer corner. I want the outer corner to be more intense. So I'm just packing on, because where you put the product on first is where you're going to have most pigment, because most of the pigment is going to sit on that area that you placed it. So what am I doing now? Yeah, it's been such a long time. I feel so weird doing voiceovers. But anyway, yeah, I'm just using this concealer brush. This is my concealer brush, and I do this a lot when I want to get a nice blend. I use the brush that I was busy with concealer. I use this for my brow actually when I was just patting away some concealer. And as you can see, I just wanted to soften the inner corner. It was looking a bit too harsh. And yeah, so now I'm going to go in with my favorite part, you guys. The cut crease. Cut creases might seem difficult. It is, to be honest, but once you practice, you kind of get used to it. For me, I think the most important thing to do is to make sure that you have enough concealer on your brush. It's just going to make your life a lot simpler. It's gonna give you sharper edges. Then when you don't have enough, it's gonna like sink into the eyeshadow too quickly, and you know, you're not gonna have enough time to drag it, and then it's not gonna be, you know, you're not gonna get straight lines. So always make sure that you have enough concealer on your brush when you're doing a cut crease to get nice sharp lines, and make sure that it is pigmented so we get that, you know, we see that it is cut. It's a deadly cut. Yeah. So what I like to do also is, because I have my eyes are, I don't know, so I have I forgot the word that I wanted to use, but anyway, I always have to like lift my brow up a bit just to make sure that that part is straight. And you know, because of the creases in my eyes and so forth, I always like to just lift my brows a little bit just so that I can, you know, get a sharper line. I got a shock because I'm doing this voice in the dark and the lights just came back on, you know. Thank you, Escom. Yeah, so I'm just patting away the excess. You guys, you don't want to pat it, you still want to have it as a nice blank canvas, but you don't want too much of the concealer, because if there's too much, then your eyeshadows are going to cake as well. So I'm going to go back in with the darker shade, and I'm just going to blend that on the outer corner, taking it into the outer part of the concealer, just to make sure that it's blended and so that you don't get to see harsh lines. And yeah, we're going to start off with that darker shade. And again, you guys, gentle movements is key to getting that blend on your lids. My back was hurting, so oh, hang on, let me press pause. I have a Netflix movie playing on, and it's just, I'm wondering, what is that voice I can hear? It gave me such a shock. All right, let's get back to it. So now what I'm going to do is yeah, I'm going to go in with the first shade that I used, and I'm going to blend it again, just past the first place, just like more into the, my English today, you guys, I'm so tired. My brain is literally fried this week. I've only been getting like 3-4 hours of sleep, and my brain cannot function. I need a full day of sleep because I've been like working. So look how beautiful it looks when you take it from dark to light into the eyeshadow as well. It just creates this beautiful soft blend. And I'm going to go in with this shade, it's a lighter shade, what you call it, and then I'm going to do the inner corner with the next lighter shade that you saw me pointing at. So I'm going to place that there, and I'm going to tap it on very slightly. I don't want it to be too overpowering. I just want it to be, in fact, just a little bit on the lid. I just wanted to use a little product, and for me, I still felt that it was a bit you know, too much still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going in with the lighter shade, the second shade you saw me pointing at, and I'm going to drag it over that shade just to, you know, soften it up more and get the look that I want to create, because I want it to have a nice beautiful gradient. I want everything to look like it's flowing, and just make sure that you keep everything within the cut crease. Try not to go over that line so that it has a nice you know, sharp cut. So then I used some of this pigment that I had to do my liner. I mixed it with what you call it, with an eyeshadow, with a glitter primer. Sorry, I mixed the pigment with the glitter primer, so to create a paste so that I can do the swing, because I didn't have a blue liner, so I just mixed the pigment. You always can, if you don't have something, people, you can make a plan. You can even use whatever eyeshadow you have. If you have a blue eyeshadow, just scrape some of it off the pan. You can add a gel. If you don't have a primer, you can use a clear gel. I always love using the aloe vera clear gel, which for me works way better than this primer. In fact, it works better than a lot of primers. I love using a gel to put on my glitters. And yeah, so I'm going to do like a nice large wing, larger than I normally would. And yeah, I really, really do like this look, you guys, this wing. And I almost didn't post this video. So anyway, yeah, let's just do that wing. When it comes to doing wings, guys, like, just do it. Like, if you keep, like, if you just take your time doing it and you're like, you want to do it slowly, I promise you that is when you think too much about it, that is when you're going to draw lines that are just not on, and your lines are going to be skew. So just don't think about it. Just draw it, slide it as fast as you can. Don't be nervous doing it. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, you guys, I'm really tired. Please forgive me if I sound strange and if I'm not making any sense. Okay. Yeah. So now, as you can see, it's the liner is not dry, it's wet. So this is when I'm gonna add some of the glitter onto the lid. I wish I'd use a chunkier glitter. You can use whatever glitter you like, and yeah, but I still like this glitter anyway. It's still, it looked even more better in real life than on camera. The camera just wasn't picking up the glitter very nicely. That's why I should have used a more like chunkier glitter. But we're going to place that all over the wing. Just make sure again that you keep it within the lines so that it stays neat as possible. You know, this one you can take your time doing. I prefer using an angle brush with this because, yeah, it's gonna just give me a more better precision. I love working with angle brushes than the flat, straighter ones, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so oof, this look, you guys, I really, really like it. I've seen so many videos with this blue, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this blue. I got to have it. All right. So then what happens to me, you guys, is I'm going in with this foundation, the LA Girl foundation. This has been my favorite foundation for the summertime because my skin has just not recovered from winter for some reason. It's still on the drier side. I've always had like normal to oily skin, but I've never had like really, really oily. It was just areas like the T-zone that would get oily, but not very oily. So I always had normal to oily skin, or you know, just, but my skin and it was just dry. So this foundation is very dewy, and so this is why this has been my go-to foundation, because all the foundations that I have, they just dry out my skin and it just doesn't give me a good look. And as you can see, you guys, I picked up, and I was showing this bottle, but then when I was applying the foundation, I picked up the wrong bottle because I actually have two of these. So that's why the foundation is actually lighter. It looks worse on camera, trust me. And just mind those monster balls on my face whenever I'm on my monthlies, you guys. I get the worst breakouts ever, like monster balls. As you can see, I used the wrong shade. I tried to make it work with some bronzer, but again, I just made it worse because this bronzer gave me a very muddy look. I think it's more for lighter skin tone people. It looked warm in the pan, but when you put it on, it's not warm at all. I think this would really be look better on light skinned people. But yeah, you guys, and I promise you, I recorded this video twice and I was like, Lord, not again. Why is this happening to me? I'm so tired of recording and re-recording. So I'm like, I'm just gonna use the footage that I have. So please forgive me. I know it's looking strange, but we're just gonna have to make it work. Okay, so yeah, this is also lipstick that I got from Shantae, you guys. I love this color. Oh my hat. Love, 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 love this color. It is so bomb. It is so bomb. My sister's like, she could never wear this color, but it is so beautiful. And I don't know what lipstick it is because I didn't see a name on it, so I don't know what brand it's from, because I would love to get another one. I love it. And then I'm just putting some glitter on my lips just to give it more boom, you know, to make it more bougie. Yeah, and that is the end, guys. Thank you so much for watching.